Before I share my story with you, I want to express my heartfelt gratitude to a few people. To Sarah, your introduction warmed my heart. Thank you. To Mr. Dorr, Mr. Coughlin, Winston, and my dad, thank you for playing such an important song in my life. To Mr. Morrissey and the Chapel Council, thank you for this incredible opportunity. And lastly, thank you to the multiple friends and teachers who pushed me to do the uncomfortable and speak in front of you today. At the beginning of November of my 8th grade year, my best friend and I got into our first and biggest fight. We had been on edge with each other, and the last time we spoke was when I gave her a speech at her bat mitzvah. We spent that year pushing each other away and allowing our friendship to fall apart. It felt so strange that my first best friend, my day one for 10 years, would soon become the person I avoided. I had no idea then that our unimportant and frankly stupid fight would then change the course of my life. I want to begin by telling you about my best friend, Samantha Rose Lieber. Sammy and I first met in preschool at Wilshire Boulevard Temple. We were in different classes and we weren't very close yet. That familiarity turned into something much bigger when we started kindergarten at Brentwood School. On our very first day, an acquaintance grew into immediate friendship, and within our first year at Brentwood School, we became inseparable. At first, it was simple things. She was my automatic lunch partner, the person I'd run to on the playground, the kid I'd sit next to in any class I could. But soon our friendship turned into family. We became sisters. Art, school, tennis, dinner, pickup, dance, everything we did together. 5 days a week at school, Sundays at Hebrew school, and every hour in between. Sammy absolutely despised sleepovers, so nights were the only time we weren't glued at the hip. We were so similar that sometimes it felt like we were the same person. Once, my mom signed me up for an art class, and for no particular reason, we didn't mention it to Sammy's family. 5 minutes into the class, Sammy walked in, not knowing I was there. A huge sigh of relief and a wide smile spread across my face. That's just how it was with us. Somehow we always found our way back to each other. But I didn't just have Sammy. Her parents became my second parents, taking me to and from activities and school, always making sure I was safe, fed, and loved when I was in their home. I would go to dinner with her grandmas, and she would hang out with mine. Our friendship led to our parents' friendship, and that is a connection that I know will remain forever. Ava, her older sister, became someone I looked up to in so many ways. I always wanted to please her and, honestly, to be just like her. I believe Sammy and I connected so easily because of our similarities. We shared the same sense of humor and appreciated the same qualities in others. As the years passed, we discovered that we more than resembled one another. We perfectly complemented each other. I remember our walks on the beach side by side, sometimes chatting, but often in comfortable silence, and during an unplanned 19-hour car ride, washing cars for our bat mitzvah projects, drawing and painting in classes and in our playrooms, playing tennis, watching movies, the list goes on and on. At her bat mitzvah, when things between us still felt simple, I tried to capture how much she mattered to me in one small speech. 13-year-old me struggled to find the right words. I ended up only offering, I really don't know how to capture all your kindness, funniness, and your ability to put your mind to anything you do. That's how it was. Nothing was strong enough to sum up the person she was. Back then, those words felt like a celebration of present and the future. I thought we had all the time in the world, more awkward phrases to grow through, more laughter, more shared secrets, and countless more memories to be made. Simi was one of the world's most radiant and creative souls. She brought joy and boundless imagination into everything she touched. Art wasn't just an activity for her. It was a language, a way she expressed the way she saw the world, full of color, light, detail, and possibility. The reason I am telling you her story in such detail is because she can't stand here and tell it herself. On August 8th, 2024, Sammy passed away while on a vacation with her family in an ATV accident. There was no time to prepare, just silence, shock, tears, and the sinking, unbearable truth that no matter what I did, no matter how tightly I held on, I could never bring her back. Losing her was and is a heartbreak to everyone who loved her and to those who will never get a chance to meet her. But one of the hardest parts of grief is the guilt that can accompany it, the replaying, the wondering, the wishing you had done something differently. I have learned that guilt does not bring people back, and grudges only steal time from people we love while we still have them. If Sammy and I had just moved on from our fight sooner, my life could have been different. That is a truth I have had to carry. So I share who she is and how she lived, not only so that you don't take special moments for granted, but that so you don't let pride, silence, or resentment keep you from the people who mattered most, so that you understand how impactful one life, lived fully and authentically for just 16 years, can be. When Sammy's dad called mine to let him know about her accident, he dropped everything and flew to New York so he could tell me in person, rather than risk my learning of it on social media and to bring me home. Suddenly, everything in my world felt uncertain and frightening. Planes, cars, even letting people get close, knowing how quickly they could be gone. I once chased adventure, and now I was paralyzed by fear. On that sleepless flight home, I put on a playlist to distract myself, and Elton John's Daniel started playing. I listened to it over and over and over again. It felt like Sammy's name could be substituted. Oh, Sammy, my sister, do you still feel the pain of the scars that won't heal? Your eyes have died, but you see more than I. You're a star in the face of the sky. Somehow, the song captured all my emotions: loss, confusion, sadness, guilt, and a longing for connection. In that moment, I realized grief is something we all face, and music helped me through it. Grief is a really strange thing. It doesn't follow rules or timelines. It comes in waves, sometimes gentle, sometimes all-consuming. At first, I tried to push it away or ignore it, hoping it would get easier if I didn't look it in the eye. But I've learned that grief is not something you learn to carry, but I've learned that grief is not something you get over. It's something you learn to carry. Sometimes it brings pain, but more often than expected, it brings back the best memories, the moments big and small, and the love that never really leaves. In the middle of missing Sammy, I find myself remembering her brightest days, her silliest jokes, and the way she made everyone feel at home. Grief is weird that way. It hurts, but it also gives you the gift of remembering what mattered most. Grief has made me realize that the most important thing we can do is let the people we love just how much they mean to us while we still can. That is the lesson Sammy left me, and it is the lesson I want to leave with you. Say what matters now. Don't wait to forgive. Be the friend who shows up. Be the person who makes others feel seen. Take the trip. Make the art. Say the thing you've been meaning to say. Love the people in your life loudly and tell them so often. And create new memories every day, because in the end, it's those memories that become our strongest comfort. The love we share is truly what lasts. I miss her more than words can express, and I always will, but I will forever carry these memories and her spirit with me. I am incredibly grateful for the time I had with her. Though I wish with everything in me that it didn't have to end so soon, I know that her light continues to shine in the Sammy Foundation, in the people she loved and who loved her, and in every choice I make to live the way she did, fully, bravely, and with a heart wide open. Thank you.